Patrick Mahomes is now the best player in football, but at one point was the most overlooked high school athlete of all time. Max Prep's Male Athlete of the Year and the AP Texas Football Player of the Year, but only 3 D1 offers to show for it. There are a multitude of reasons why such an elite prospect was overlooked by so many schools. Mahomes' potential baseball career, his late blooming football career, and his unorthodox throwing mechanics all came together like a perfect storm, causing Mahomes to be passed over by scouts time and time again, only receiving offers from Texas Tech, Rice, and Houston. Patrick Mahomes' dad, Pat Sr., was a professional pitcher in the MLB for 11 years, prompting a young Pat to grow up in MLB clubhouses all over the country, rubbing elbows with Jeter, A-Rod, and many MLB players along the way. Everyone assumed Pat wanted to be a baseball player, and Pat was well on his way. Pat was more than equipped with all the skills to go pro in baseball. As a pitcher, he was clocking in as high as 93 miles an hour in game, and even dueled Michael Kopech, who would be the 33rd player selected overall in the MLB draft. Kopech tossed a one-hitter with 12 strikeouts, but he would be bested by Mahomes, who struck out 16 in a no-hitter in a 2-1 win, with 40 scouts watching. When it came to hitting, Mahomes was just as talented. As one of his teammates put it, "I think I saw him only strike out 2 times in my whole life, and that's from age 7 until 18. However, Mahomes was just not set on only playing baseball, also trying basketball and football, where he was a star in both sports. His godfather, former MLB pitcher LaTroy Hawkins, still argues that basketball was Patrick's best sport. Well, no matter which sport it was, it's safe to say they have all shaped his development as a quarterback today. However, at the time, this hurt, not helped Patrick's recruiting. Many scouts were convinced that Mahomes was going to the MLB. Even Texas Tech was worried. They were not afraid Mahomes was going to flip his commitment to somewhere else. Their only real fear was Mahomes leaving Tech to go straight to the MLB draft. Well, in retrospect, these concerns were fair. Even Mahomes' family was shocked when he decided to go to college instead of Major League Baseball. Mahomes still got drafted in the 37th round to the Detroit Tigers, but obviously chose to stay, going to Texas Tech. Baseball was not the only reason Mahomes was so under-recruited. He also came onto the high school football scene way too late. Mahomes did not play until his junior year, where he lit up the competition, throwing for 3,839 yards and 46 touchdowns. Unreal numbers for a quarterback's first year, especially in the highly competitive football state of Texas. However, by junior year, many teams have already picked out their guys, and oftentimes already extended offers. Mahomes' high school football coach even said, "Personally, I think there's a fallacy in the recruiting process. If you don't get noticed as a sophomore, sometimes you get left out." He wasn't making waves as a sophomore. He had a great junior year, but people didn't know who he was. Another way for these late bloomers to get noticed would be traveling and going to camps, showing off their talent without being on the field yet. These camps would have tailored to a guy like Pat Mahomes. Such a unique skill set and unbelievable athletic ability. The problem was, Pat was playing 3 sports. It was not even sure if he'd stick with football, meaning no coaches ever got the chance to see Pat Mahomes at a camp because he was never there. Pat's senior year of high school, he took it up another notch. 15 rushing touchdowns, 948 rushing yards, 50 passing touchdowns, and 4,619 passing yards. This is as dominant as it gets, but even more so in senior year, schools have little to no offers left and already have their QBs picked out. One of Mahomes' greatest strengths also contributed to him being underappreciated when it came time for recruiting. Mahomes is known for his unorthodox throws. Off balance, looking one way, throwing the other, somehow Mahomes finds a way to make it work. However, at the time, scouts didn't love that. And many scouts today point to that being the reason why he was so slept on. I think they missed because he never had those coaching all those other guys had. He never went to those quarterbacks camps. He never did that, said Mahomes' godfather, when talking about his unorthodox throwing mechanics. Well, everything found a way to work out for Mahomes, and some are willing to argue he's the player he is today because of all the sports he played growing up. But at one point, that was holding him back from big college football offers, which shows how even if no one believes in the journey, keep trusting the process, and it will all work out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more in sports.